Good morning. As usual, we'll wait just a few minutes and give everybody a chance to get in here, and then we'll get started. So you just have to look at me for a minute or two. Good morning, my friend. I'm still slugging coffee this morning. It is pouring down rain outside. It started early this morning, hence the bags under my eyes because I don't sleep real good when it's storming. And they say it's going to stop about noon, but it is coming a gully washer. I don't know, is gully washer a southern term? Do you northerners get gully washers? I'm not even sure what a gully washer is, but I've heard that my whole life. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? Oh, man, I could have used another hour of sleep. But I'm excited. Got lots of stuff going on today. And I'm watching my laptop too so I can see comments. Okay. The video stopped. Good morning, Bev. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Ellen from abroad. That is a true Southern term. I figured it was. I have a lot of Southern terms. My kids laugh at me all the time because I call them Fibber McGee's. They said that only I would come up with that. I told them I'm pretty sure I didn't invent it. I bet there's other moms out there who have used that term before. Okay, let's get started. We got some ground to cover today. Today's subject, and I want to preface this by telling you, I am not a doctor. I'm not even a nurse. I'm barely a mom. But you should never, ever, ever take somebody's advice over what your doctor has told you. Good morning, Sharon. So, having said that, I want to talk to you about carbs. I see a lot of people on the board who are long-term low carbers. I was one of those. Good Lord, I've done every diet known to man. But I was very active on the Atkins Friends board for years. And in my 30s and 40s, I could lose weight pretty quickly just cutting carbs out of my diet. But it came back because I couldn't sustain it. Telling me that I could never have a piece of cake at a family event or something, or fruit even. That was like the death sentence to me. So I can't sustain a lifestyle that includes no carbs. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't or that you can't. That's up to you, and probably should be a discussion you should have with your doctor. But I do want to talk about what are carbs. Okay, a couple of you are telling me it's frozen. It's not frozen on my laptop, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to keep going and hope that y'all are seeing it. If not, you'll see it later. Carbs. Carbs are your food source of fuel or energy. And while you can get those from other sources, it's a lot more difficult. The easiest way to get your energy source for your food is from carbs. There are two different kinds of carbs. There are simple carbs, which simple carbs would include your full sugar soft drinks, your candy, your fruit is a simple carb. Milk has sugar in it, and that's a simple carb. Simple carbs go more quickly into your bloodstream. Then there are complex carbs. I'm going to try to not talk with my hands. There are complex carbs, and complex carbs are your whole grains, your legumes, and your vegetables. And those are complex because they take longer to break down and absorb into your bloodstream. And why is that good for you? Well, the longer it takes to get into your bloodstream, the longer it's going to sustain your energy level. Have you ever noticed if you eat a piece of candy, for instance, say you have a Snicker bar in the afternoon, and you get that almost immediate rush of energy, you spike. Well, but just as quickly as you spiked, you crash, and 30 minutes later your energy level is gone and you're just not doing good, and you're hungry again, and you're sleepy, and I'm seeing so many comments that it's frozen, and I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong. It's working on my laptop, so I apologize, but you'll be able to see it here in a few minutes when I post it. Thanks for letting me know it's working in California, Karen. I don't know why so many people are having trouble. Anyway, so if you're going to eat carbs, common sense just tells you that you would be better off, good morning, Gwen, you would be better off having the complex carbs because they're going to sustain your energy level longer. Kim, I find that too with pasta. So I eat very limited amounts of pasta. Actually, I don't eat it hardly ever. Since I have discovered spaghetti squash, I rarely ever buy pasta. But there are some low-carb pastas out there, and a lot of people find that they do not affect their blood sugar level, and they enjoy those. And again, it's one of those, your mileage may vary. You'll have to see what works for you. Fruit. Fruit is a source of energy because it's a carb. We see on the board almost daily, the battle goes on, whether or not your fruit is a 0 point. Well, if you eat it, according to Weight Watchers and the Smart Points formula, your fruit is 0 points. That does not mean it's free and unlimited. Sometimes common sense just has to kick in. You can't eat an entire watermelon and call it 0 points, because eventually the calories are going to catch up with you. You can have a reasonable portion of watermelon for 0 points and you're good. But if you eat an entire watermelon, that sugar is going to convert eventually and you're going to gain weight. I promise you, you will. So just use your common sense. Now, the fruits that are, when is a fruit not a 0 point? It's not 0 if it's dried. It's not 0 if it's frozen in syrup or sugar. It's not 0 if it's in a juice or something you drink. And it's not 0 if it's canned with syrup. I saw where somebody asked the other day, what if I rinse the syrup off? Well, that's your call. I probably would count it as 1 point just to be safe, but you have to make that call. I don't know. Try it. If it works, great. If you see that your weight loss is stalling or that you're gaining, then that might be your culprit. Fruits and vegetables that do have points. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, those are starchy carbs, and the starch converts to sugar faster, so that's why they have points. Avocados have points. Olives, peas, plantations, very high in sugar. Everybody throws in corn, and that's one of my pet peeves. Corn is not a vegetable. Corn is a grain. So of course it's going to have points, and I love corn, and I think every Southern family had corn on their table at least once a day. But it's not a vegetable, and so you can't eat corn and say, well, but it's a vegetable, it's 0 points, because it's not, and you're going to gain weight if you do that, I promise. So simple versus complex. Always choose the complex when you can, and you'll find that your energy level lasts longer, and you'll also see that your weight will appreciate it. Ellen has taken her turtle named Fluffy on her excursion vacation abroad. And she says Fluffy's eating a lot more carbs this week than she normally does, and I suspect Fluffy may come home a little more fluffy than she left, but she's enjoying her trip, and that's what it's all about, right? It's a lifestyle. So sometimes we just have to relax and enjoy the lifestyle. Okay, that's it for carbs. Your mileage may vary. You may not be able to eat the same carbs that somebody else. And so having said that, when there's a question on the board where somebody asks about carbs, rather than say, no, you absolutely cannot eat that, try to remember that you may not be able to eat it, they may be able to. So try to preface those comments with what works for me may not work for you, but I have found. And that just kind of, it's like that spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Sometimes the way you offer your comment goes down a whole lot better if you put a little sweetness in it. That's just, I threw that one in for free. Let's see. Our 4-week challenge starts today. I'm super excited about this. You've probably seen it on the board. What we're going to do is starting today and for 4 weeks, which I think will end on July 17th, we are going to do, those of you who want to join us, we are going to do 30 minutes of cardio Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Cardio of your choice. I'll explain that more in a second. And then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 30 minutes of toning exercises. Now, what some of us are doing is we are going to use this video or DVD. It's by Leslie Sansom, I think is how you say her name. It's called Walk It Off in 30 Days. And she has the 3 days of cardio and the 3 days of toning, so you wouldn't even have to think. You could just go right by what she says. Okay, you're going to tell me I don't have that video. Well, that's okay. Do whatever you want to do. You could check it out of your library. I think you can get it from Amazon for about $7 or $8 right now on Prime if you have Amazon Prime, so there's no delivery charge, and it should be at your house tomorrow. Or you could do your own version. Just walk for 30 minutes. Walk in place. Go for a walk outside if it's not pouring down rain like it is here in Dallas. But do something. And then the alternating days, do 30 minutes of toning. If you don't have some little dumbbells to use at home, get some cans out of your pantry and use those. If you can't use those, just use your body resistance. But do something for 30 minutes to tone up those exercises. I encourage you to weigh today and write it down. If you want to take your measurements, write them down. Take a before picture. Put it somewhere where you can find it 4 weeks from now, because in 4 weeks we're going to reveal what kind of progress we were all able to make in 4 weeks. Okay, one more thing about this. I realized last night when I was pulling my video out to get ready for today that I at one time bought 2 of these. This one has never been opened. It's still in the shrink wrap. I want to give it away. But I want to give it away to somebody who really needs it. If you have the wherewithal to go on Amazon and buy one, or you have access to one, or you already have one, I'm going to ask you to please not enter this. But if you really would use it and you really need it, I'll post on the board after this video how you can enter, and I'll do a random drawing from everyone who enters, and I'll mail it to you tomorrow. I want somebody to have access to participate in this challenge, and so I'll let you know after I post the video how you can enter that and get that done. Okay, I told you to weigh, measure, and then we will post on the board how we're doing. We'll stay in contact with each other. Every time you post about this challenge, please include the hashtag the number 4 week challenge. Now, somebody asked, what is a hashtag and how do I do it? Good question. A hashtag is just a simple way of putting an identifier in your post that makes it easy for people to search and find either your post or every post that has to do with that particular subject. How do you do a hashtag? Well, on my keyboard, above the number 3 is that number sign that looks like this. That's a hashtag. And so what you do, you type your post on your keyboard, and then before you hit send, type the hashtag symbol, the shift number 3, 4-week challenge, and then post your thread. Now you've hashtagged it so we can all find it, and you can go back and find it. Just makes it an easy way for us to keep up with each other's posts, especially when it's about a particular subject, like our cooking challenge and our turtle gift exchange and that kind of thing. Turtle gift exchange. The names have all been swapped. Everybody has their buddy. If you didn't get yours, you need to email me and let me know that you didn't get your email, because I've sent them to everybody. So yours may be in your spam folder, or for whatever reason didn't get to you. Email me and I'll send it again. Gifts are $20 limit, butterfly or turtle themed, and should be mailed no later than June 30. As your gifts start coming in, please share a picture with us so we can all celebrate with you, and include the hashtag Turtle Gift Exchange. And that way everybody can find them. Makes it lots of fun. Products. I didn't share one with you last week, so I'm going to share 2 with you this week. I posted this one on the board this weekend because I was so dang excited to find it, but I thought I'd share it again in case some of you missed it. These are, I hope you can read this, organic cotton candy grapes, and they taste just like cotton candy. I am so excited. I'm going to have to be very careful because grapes will stall me if I eat too much, but oh my word, they taste so good, especially when they're cold. I found them at Sprouts, which is like a kind of like a Whole Foods. I don't know if they have them at Walmart, but you might look, especially if you like cotton candy. Just be careful with them. Don't eat the whole bag. That'll get you in trouble. And obviously, grapes are 0 points if you in moderation. My other one, let me reach over here. These are by Quaker. They are popped rice cakes. They're gluten-free in case you're gluten intolerant. They're caramel corn flavored, and they are 4 smart points for 13 of them. 13 of them is a lot because these are pretty good size. They're this size, so I never eat 13. I'll eat like, I think 7 of them are 2 smart points. So sometimes when I just need a pick-me-up, I'll get 7 of those, or if I want even less, I'll do 4 of them and smear just a tiny bit of Jif whipped peanut butter on it, and I count it as 4 points if I eat 5 of those with like just barely any peanut butter spread on it. Sue says that HEB has the cotton candy grapes, and I understand that they're very limited in time, so if you want them, you better grab them while they're on the market because apparently they go really fast. Next Monday, I don't know if there will be a video. I'm going to have to play it by ear. I'm having surgery on Friday, and I don't know exactly what the recovery is going to be. I have a some kind of mass, or I hate to use the word tumor. We don't know for sure, but I have something growing behind my eardrum in my right ear. I've had pulsatile tinnitus for a couple of years now, and it's just gradually gotten where it's constant. I hear my vascular noise all the time in my right ear, and so they've discovered this, whatever it is that's growing, and so Friday I'm going into the hospital Friday morning and having surgery to remove that. It's just a day surgery. I'll be home later that day, and I think by Monday I'm expecting to be feeling just back to normal, whatever normal is for me. And if so, we will definitely have a video. If not, it'll be a little bit later in the week. I don't know what I'll look like. I don't know if I'll be able to wash my hair, so I may be a fright to look at. But anyway, but our subject next week, I'm really excited about this one too, is going to be about the card game. This will change the way you get ready for your week in planning. I can't take credit for it. I found it online quite some time ago, and I use it all the time. Index cards will change your life in your meal planning. I promise. It will make it so much easier, and I'll explain it all to you next week. In the meantime, if you want to get ahead, you might go to Walmart or Walgreens or somewhere, Staples, buy you a little index card holder and some index cards, and be ready, because hopefully Monday, but maybe Tuesday, I'll explain how to do it, and it will revolutionize your meal planning. I think that's it. I've covered the turtle gift exchange. I've covered the 4-week challenge. Hopefully explained a little bit about simple and complex carbs and products. I'll explain on the board how to enter the challenge for this video, and I think that's it. Have a wonderful week. Make it count. Make good decisions. Let's celebrate with each other, and I'll see you on the board. Bye.